Welcome back to our Code Therapy series. In the world of cloud computing, Kubernetes has become nothing short of indispensable. It's often described as just the open source version of Borg, Google's internal system for managing millions of servers. But the real story of Kubernetes runs much deeper. First, the cloud wars of 2013. Let's rewind to 2013. Every company was racing to the cloud. But Amazon held such a massive lead that the market felt like a one-horse show. The default answer to which cloud should I use was simply AWS. Even inside Google, there was little confidence they could even catch up. Competing head-on with Amazon seemed impossible. But here's the thing. When you cannot win on the same battlefield, you change the battlefield. That shift came with the rise of Docker. Docker made containerization that simple, and suddenly the industry was clamoring for a way to orchestrate containers at scale. Google, of course, had already solved this problem years ago with Borg. Borg wasn't just a system, it was a philosophy that had already proven itself by running millions of servers reliably. So a handful of Googlers decided to take those ideas, rebuild them on top of Docker, and implement them in Golang. The prototype worked so well that more and more engineers jumped in to help. Then, to open source or not to open source. That's when they faced the big question. Should they make Kubernetes open source? Some executives thought Kubernetes was too powerful to give away. In the final meeting, multiple VPs argued against open sourcing it. Meanwhile, Urs, Google's first engineering VP, was the man behind Java's hotspot JVM, was quietly fiddling with his phone. If Urs was silent, that was a good sign. Because if he disagreed, he'd spend the entire meeting telling you exactly why you were wrong. In fact, during an Angular review, Urs once famously exploded. "You are all liars!" But that's a story for another time. Luckily, Urs gave his blessing. And so, in 2014, at DockerConf, Kubernetes was announced. From that moment on, the balance of power in cloud computing began to shift. AWS was no longer the uncontested king, and the era of cloud-native computing powered by Kubernetes was born. If you'd like to hear more behind-the-scenes stories about the code that shaped our world, follow this channel. See you in the next chapter.